Excuse me. Woo. Well, hello. I'm getting the things ready. That was me adjusting my vocal cords, Lorraine Tetson. Sorry about that. We're gonna get started here in just a moment, or two, or three. No worries. I'm gonna go fill up my water. Screen, I command thee. All right. Oh my goodness. What do we got here, ladies and gentlemen? You've got yourselves an official Rockfish game stream. The game is loading right now. Perfect. Oh my goodness. My name is Eric Schrader. I am the community ambassador for Rockfish Games. We recently even did like a little logo rebranding. You can see it right there. It's going to be updated across the board eventually, very soon. Oh my goodness. I'm your host, I'm your guide to all things Everspace 2. Today we're going to be walking through a little adventure in the Mutators, as well as the sound effects. These were both things that we kind of touched on a little bit last week, but we've got more to talk about, more to show. And then, man, I catch my breath. I sat down, I got so excited. Want to share all these things. We're also going to cover some crafting quality of life improvements to how you're like managing that. I'll show you. You're gonna love it. I promise. You're gonna love it. And what else? There's something. Oh yeah, screenshots. Those are going to be our main key points. I'm sure other stuff's going to come up that we can, you know, chat about a little bit. It'll be fun. It'll be great. How is everyone? How's everyone's Friday? Been a good week? I hope. Oh my goodness. Oh, hands are kind of cold. My goodness. All right. Anyway, let's crack this puppy open, as we always do. Straight into the fire. Oh my gosh, Medbed. You don't need to bring up any prior Discord conversations. Oh gosh. All right. So we kind of are where we left off last time. I did make some adjustments, as I generally do, between streams, just so that we can focus on certain things. Hello there, drone. Hello. Oh my goodness. Hello. Yes. Fix that, please. There's problems over there. I do appreciate it. Wonderful. Could you get this spot next? We got some fire on the floor. Can no? All right. See you later. Anyway, we've got, like I said, a number of things that we have been adjusting, tweaking, improving, yeah. So first things first, I'm going to just open up our inventory page here. And maybe some of you might think that your eyes are like, wait a second, what's going on? The color looks a little bit off, maybe? No, we tweaked some colors a little bit. So this superior coloration has gone from a magenta to a slightly less magenta. I don't know how to better word that, but that's because we are doing a couple of tweaks and things to making red as a standout color. So as I'm showing you here, these signal decoders, these are what generates a number of different things. There can be positive and negative traits associated with these. And so we have done this. Now, as with everything that I ever show during the course of these streams, this is not final. There could still be some little adjustments and tweaks. I'm sure some of you out there are looking at that and you're looking at the red and you're going, what? There's a bit of a strain there. Yes, we are aware. This was just plugged in so you can have a very clear indicator of what's a positive, what's a negative, since they can be entirely random in these high risk areas. So to that, I think it's always important to note that high risk areas, these are entirely optional. You don't have to do these. You can choose to do them. You could get some really solid mutators. You're like, oh man, I love that challenge. Let's do it. You get some mutators that you don't really like. You sell it. There could be opportunities there, like wealthy foes. Enemies drop lots of credits upon death. It's all kind of a mixed bag on this front, and we're not done with the balance of this either. So as we show these, as we talk about these, know that there could be some that you see here present that are completely removed from the pool. There could be entirely no, there are actually a lot more that we're adding. So yeah, definitely understand that this is not meant to be like the be-all end-all challenge mode of Everspace 2. This is not the end game content. This is just one means to challenge yourself. If you want to do that to get loot in a unique way from the standard, job boards or progression of the game, stuff like that. And also note that it's simply not done. In fact, we haven't even had an internal team discussion yet about these mutators that we've been adding. Hasn't even gotten to that. I'm showing you guys this stuff before our team's even been able to evaluate. It's great. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, so just keep that in mind. Then let's see, what else we were gonna do? Well, let's just go ahead and activate some of these. So we have this first one, the signal decoder. Explosive death, enemies drop mines when destroyed. Enemy regen, enemies slowly repair their hull, and double trouble to bosses. So activate that. This next one, we've got explosive death. Enemies drop mines when destroyed. Heal on kill. Every time an enemy is destroyed, all other enemies present are repaired by 20% of their maximum whole hit points. And wealthy foes, enemies drop lots of credits upon death. We got this one, over leveled. This is probably my favorite modifier actually, because it really does ramp up that challenge level because it's bound to other sort of elements. So we have the over leveled, 1 to 3 levels higher, heal on kill, self-explanatory, strength and death. They get faster and they gain more max shields, armor, and hull as you keep progressing. This might be a tricky one. And then finally, we got this one, which has a restriction on it. No EMP. Enemies are resistant to EMP, so I can't use that method to chain things together, so I gotta think outside the box when I approach this one a little bit more. Jarred sensors, enemy type names are hidden, and heal on kill, again, that one. And like I said, while I'm showing you guys these list of mutators, again, please recognize that there are more additions coming. So if you see and you're already seeing like some of these are generating on multiple ones. Yeah, it's because, like, sincerely, let me just, I'm gonna pull this out because I want you guys to know, like, just where we're kind of at with these things. Let me see. Now, I'm not gonna tell you what they all are because, again, this is work in progress stuff, but just to give you guys kind of like a little bit of the insight and how this is all being developed. For mutators, right now we have in a very conceptual phase about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 mutators that are positive. Then we have 4 that are neutral, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 40 that are negative. So again, note that we are going to have a lot of variety when it comes to this. We want these to be a lot of fun. We want them to be wild. We want them to be able to provide that extra challenge for those of you who desire that, while also, you know, just being a fun new way to collect loot. Maybe you'll find something that completely stumps you and you alter your playstyle and you find a new direction to take your build. Or maybe you find restrictions that are incredibly frustrating and you hate everything about it and you go to the forums and say, hey, this needs to be fixed because it's not fun, straight up. Hopefully we don't have any of those that exist when this goes live in the summer update, but, you know, such is the state of our mutators. All right. Do the mutators apply to the boss as well? Shoot, man, I actually don't know. I legitimately don't know. Oh, gosh. I feel like that should be embarrassing, but at the same time, like, we've just started plugging this all in, man. I'm assuming you're talking about, like, especially the ones where, like, health regenerates if you're, like, killing other scrubs and stuff. Like, you kill basically 5 enemies while the boss is live. That means the boss goes back up to full health with heal on kill. So, yeah, I mean, definitely we'll iron out those details because we want it to be fun, but we also want it to be a challenging style of fun. If it breaks the game and you're not having fun whatsoever, we'll revisit it. Okay, so we got these 4 high-risk areas. I think what we're gonna start with, let's go ahead and go with wealthy foes. No, we'll save that just in case we get our butts kicked on the first one. Let's do this one. This one's gonna be a little bit tricky. So no EMP, that means we can prepare ourselves a little bit more accordingly here. We could do Energize Boost. Yeah, that feels good. So we can still use Annihilator Virus. I don't think we're doing anything that does EMP blasting. No, we don't. So yeah, I think this will work pretty nicely. Oh, and we could straight up disable their shield for 2 seconds with each hit from the rockets. Granted, they're rockets. But I digress. We'll go ahead and go with that, with our little Vanguard here. And after we do one or so, we'll swap ships. Have some funs. Oh my gosh, Medved. To be clear, I'd like them to apply to the boss. I'm a bit of a masochist. No, dude, again, like, we want to make sure that it's granting that style of difficulty that feels good, that feels right. We don't want anything that's so deep that it's cruel. In fact, we even have been having a discussion on the side. Again, it hasn't been thoroughly discussed yet internally at ROCKFISH, but we've even had a discussion on the side of, like, what things may or may not feel good or what's actually proper game design, you know, like stuff like that. Like, this is stuff we want to iron out, absolutely. So rest assured, we will get those details and present challenges that are challenging, but also fun because of how you're able to overcome them through different means or clever means, you know, stuff like that. All right, so now we're here. Also note that on the upper left, We have the high-risk area telling us straight up what qualities. Wow, that punk hit us. We have no EMP, we have jarred sensors, and we have heal on kill. So while it doesn't list out all of the details of what we know these do, it does still, in fact, show us what's happening. Also, is my music off? Where's my music? That is completely bugged. Completely bugged. We were also tweaking the music. This was working a moment ago. Not sure why the music suddenly decided to fail well, but the music decided to leave us. We'll fix that, I hope. Oh man, I like how they're all bundled up here for my corrosive mines. That's real good. Granted, maybe it's not the best thing to do this area damage since they're healing as one dies. But for anyone who missed last week, the sounds that you hear on this autocannon and the sounds you hear on this pulse laser, both of these are improved and new. And we'll cover a couple new other features elsewhere. Because I'm actually gonna cruise through every single updated weapon that we have adjusted the sounds on today. Every single one of them. I prepped a save file for you all. Oof. Oh, there we go. Man, no music it really changes how this feels, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. No hidden fun mutators like music disabled. No, it's definitely a bug right now. Definitely a bug. We have actually been talking about some, what could be fun mutators. So yeah, I mean, as I mentioned before, definitely something we would like to do, something like we'd like to achieve. Because the high risk areas, again, they're not the end game. They're not what you're going to be doing once everything else is done. They can be. It can be one route you choose. But again, the ancient rifts that we have alluded to, that you'll find out more information this fall, I believe, that's going to be the meat of the end game. So yeah, fun mutators, yeah, absolutely could appear. I know some of you are saying like retro mutator from Grendel. Yeah, I think that it's really cool to think about the hardcore mode of Everspace 1 and kind of like envision that sort of style when you're thinking about those high risk area. That would be, I think that's a pretty good way to think about it. All right. Well, we are having ourselves no trouble at all here with our overshield. I call it overshield. Basically, I have more shield than what I'm supposed to be allowed. Vanguard's really successful at that. And I'm also able to continue charging it through a number of abilities that I've got going on. So that even when I'm taking damage, my shield is charging. Whoop! Try and get this weaker one out of the way before the... Well, actually, we should let the virus pop all at the same time to get multiple kills. Yeah! So they don't heal. Oh my gosh, there's a sneak peek at something else that's new. I have to explain that one here really quick. I got some splaining to do. If anybody saw that purple orb that I just picked up. Whoop. Oh man, I think a lot of these drones are actually from that drone carrier. I need to go address it him. Let's do that. Wow! A little too close. Oh man, Geek Pie somehow knew the purple orb is the new in-game air freshener for your cockpit. Oh my gosh. How do you guys find out about these things before I can even tell them? Nah, so there's two energy orb types now. The purple ones are more rare, and they do a little bit of something different than the standard energy orbs, which are receiving a little bit of a tweak. We see, oh my gosh! Wow, that damage was so sudden. This is why you don't talk and drive or something. My gosh. All right, so let's just back out of that one. Let's back out of that one. And let's just talk about this energy orb for a second, since it's on the top of everyone's mind. So let's go over to our perks. We've got Delia. Well, I completely forgot that we adjusted this. Now, this is also not fun. I'm gonna say that with every single thing. Guys, it's a work in progress, you know. All right, but basically, there's a couple of changes here. This also hasn't been fully fleshed out and tested yet. In fact, Marco's been on holiday, so he hasn't even been able to like polish how the rare orbs look. So anyway, I'm kind of getting like, woo. Anyway, so two big things have happened here for Delia. The big thing is that the last one has completely changed. Before, you guys may have remembered getting like this huge boost to your energy. That one's gone. That one's gone. So you know, like infinite energy sort of trick that you could grab like in the fray, and all of a sudden you could just boost infinitely and fire infinitely. We felt like that was actually disrupting the balance of the game as opposed to making the player feel super powerful. So that has been completely altered. And instead, now you'll see the fourth one down. Destroying ships, especially elites, will sometimes set free a rare orb that grants a little more weapons and boost energy than the standard one. And you also gain a 20% increase to your handling for 10 seconds. So you have more control over your ship when you pick up these rare purple orbs. Gives you, like, it allows you to move on the fly in that moment when you pick it up, instead of giving you unlimited supply of energy. Energy orbs will also move towards you from a greater distance. That's the same. And then the last one is the rare orbs will also charge the ship ult. So that is exclusive to the rare orbs. So charging your ult via energy orbs requires you destroying elite style enemies or a very rare chance from a standard enemy. Okay, so just yeah, just again, this is kind of like a balanced sort of pass addressing energy orbs. They've kind of been interesting for a while, and we felt the need. Now is the time. So there you go. There you go. The lack of music obliterated him. This is true. This is actually what happened. All right, so yeah, let's do this. Let's do this again, except better. Yeah, that seems fair. First, we get, oh my goodness. There we go. First, we get the snipers out of the way. Let's make a minefield. Pull this guy into the minefield. Lol. See you later with corrosion damage. Wow, that's a lot of kills. That's good. Ah, not you again. Nope, 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 nope. No, thank you. All right. I see another sniper. I don't like that. Ah! All right. Let's just go address him. Oh, he was healing. You gotta focus. Oh my gosh. I gotta be careful of killing all these other guys like that. Oh, I didn't fill up my rockets. Now I see why everyone's like, hey, you don't have any rockets. Suddenly it all makes sense. There's so many drones! Which makes sense from a drone carrier. I think actually what we can do is we can boost through a lot of these guys. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit better. Whew. So we can recharge our energy, but again, we don't get unlimited energy here. But the recharge helps quite a bit. Just like that, scooping up the energy orbs.
This could be a sticky situation here.
All right. Oh, you may also notice that Alec hasn't jumped in. I do want to point out that we do have Alec upgraded. He is able, he technically should be able to jump in, but as you probably recognized from last week's stream, ROCKFISH did not like that. We did not like that. It felt like it was actually making stuff way too easy and a bit unfun, honestly, so he doesn't jump into high-risk areas specifically. Just a little detail. Yeah, also, thanks for those of you who are asking questions about, you know, what it is that I'm doing, and I'm not explaining very well because I'm very focused in this rather intense high-risk area shenanigans going on. Oh my gosh, look at our health just pummel. Our health just goes down so fast. We got to be very careful here. There you are. You're the one I'm looking for. Oh, yes. There we go. We're gonna try and wait out our devices here. And maybe get a couple of... Maybe? Get a couple of free secondaries to fire. This one can fire for free, right? Okay, yes, it does. All right, boost again. Ooh. Ouch. We actually flew through a minefield there. That was probably not the healthiest thing to do. Woo! Ouch! Goodness gravy! Where's the bomb thrower? Ah! Okay, hang on. Man, not having the targets being labeled, actually kind of a little more... Woo! I really didn't think that was gonna be one that I felt was that impactful, and here I am, looking for a friggin' mine-throwing fiend. Oh my gosh, we're just gonna have to keep fighting. All right. That is not good. Wow. Oh, Weber drone. I didn't even see the Weber drone. Oh my gosh. Oh, goodness. This might look like everything's terrible and I suck. Maybe in part, maybe some of that's true, probably. But, these high-risk mutators, oh my gosh. Oh, goodness gravy. Let's just fail this one and let's try another one. Oh, of course the music starts working now. Okay, yeah, I see how it is. I see how it is. When you leave a high-risk area, this is honestly why I did that. When you leave a high-risk area, it vanishes. It's gone. You can't try again. it's gone. You either reload and try again with the current state of your ship's affairs, or it vanishes. Capiche? So, now we've got these 3 other ones, which we will address as soon as we answer some questions, as people make fun of me. Really need a striker ult? Oh man, no, a striker ult in these cases could be invaluable. Let's see. Kids, this is not how you play the game. Exactly, 100%. Yep. I'm looking for questions. Not seeing too many questions? We could just go try another one? Oh, I see a comment on YouTube a little bit further back from Rapples. He says, why this looks so easy? Well, man. New boost? New boost? I don't know about a new boost. Have you ever been so far as to even want to go do more like? I don't know what that means. We're gonna get into another one. Let's go this one, which has one positive attribute, this wealthy foes, just so that we can, you know, recover from that loss. One that's good. This one has explosive death. So enemies, again, drop mines when destroyed. Oh, that's gonna be awful. Heal on kill. Oh goodness, do we wanna do this one? We're gonna do this one. We're gonna do this one. It'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong? Oh man, now I kind of want to cycle back over. I'm gonna do my EMP, since we can use that. So let's do that. We're gonna go back to our EMP. Feel like that one it's a nice damage boon. We got a lot of utility as well to boost the damage. Right there. Device energy damage in particular really makes that whistle. Besides, we can use this to boost, right? Music, you were. It was worth. Ah! Why? Why would you do this? Oh goodness gravy. Everything's fine, everyone. Everything's working as intended. Welcome to early access. It'll be fun, they said. Yes. Oh, goodness. Let's try and take out this guy. Oh, that health. Oh my gosh, the heal on kill. We're doing too much area of effect damage. Oh, that's mean! That's so mean! It's almost like I gotta focus down the poultry guys before I can take out a beast. I think this is also because we have a more precision-based build here. So we're doing critical hits that then do splash damage, and we have splash damage devices. So not actually ideal in a heal on kill state for our opponents. A bit devious, in fact. All right, come on. We're doing it. No, come on, don't kill too many outliers. Yes. Okay, got him. All right.
It's always coming handy.
No, thank you. All right, armor drone. From here. No, not too far. Armor drone first. Ouch. Did we get him? Yes, he's gone. All right. Yep. Let's just do that. There are so many. Oh my gosh. I'm just like thinking about some of the mutators that you haven't seen yet, that we have plans to implement. Goodness gravy. And the fact that we're only at level 22 here and not maxed out. Goodness. This is gonna be so much fun when it's fully implemented. I enjoy watching your streams of the game and all of the pain we put you through. Oh my gosh, his health. We gotta focus. Okay, we'll do this. We are making progress. It's taking a while because all the chip damage is basically getting negated. It's like the only kills we get, it's like when we focus one down at a time. Whoa! Let's just try and do that for some area effect kills, maybe? Whew.
They've locked onto me.
Any plans for legendary high-risk locations? Look, okay? Look. You see? Sometimes you guys ask for too much, but I like it. I guess time will tell. So with each of the tiers for the signal decoders, as you absolutely noticed, because you're all very intelligent human beings out there. The number of mutators applies to the tier. So if we have legendaries, then maybe there would be a unique legendary mod, or mutator rather, or just room for 4. And that, guys, that's a lot. That's a lot, all things considered, okay? So, cool request. I hear you, we hear you. I would not expect that because we do have a lot of focus on other key aspects of the game right now. Like, we're adding more content into the game. There's still more things coming. Just more things. Oh my goodness. Can't be too specific, but you know that there's going to be more factions. This is something that you've already seen through some of our Kickstarter updates, right? You know that there's going to be more locations. There's more story still, of course. And I've even told you that equipment-wise, we're still working on more. There's going to be more mutators. So much still coming to the game space. Oh my gosh, we triggered the boss! I am pleased. So with heal on kill, I guess we're gonna find out right quick when we do splash damage to his escorts if he's gonna regenerate. Because if so, this could get real interesting, real fast. Just focus fire here and make sure we land these shots. Ow, ow. Excuse me. All right, there we go. I don't like how his forces, yeah, he can heal. I think. Let's try, let's see what happens. No, it doesn't look like he's healing. All right. So it doesn't look like he's affected by it. But again, keep in mind that this has not been like thoroughly internally tested yet. So I'm not actually sure what the intent is there. Legitimately don't know what the intent is there. Honestly, the way that I see that is you could get absolutely savaged if, say, killing a drone generated 20% health for the main boss. That could be insanely brutal if the player has, you know, any precision whatsoever and uses what is it? Crit happens. That could be absolutely deadly to you. But maybe that's an opportunity to try a different tactic. Maybe that's an opportunity to try a new way to approach the game. Still, I cannot speak on if it is meant to be applied to bosses or not at this time. All I know is that we are still working on mutators. I like how the music started after everything was taken care of, by the way, goodness. All right, so we're gonna do this one. This is gonna be another mean one. Another heal on kill. Do we have a not heal on kill? That's this one. Explosive death, enemy regen, and double trouble. Okay. Mines slowly repair over time, which is different from healing on kill. And 2 bosses. Swap ships? Swap ships? Let's swap ships. I want to swap ships. Team of Zambonis, legendary implementation has not begun yet. That will likely take place, or we'll have a conversation about it sometime around the fall update when we're talking about in-game components of Everspace 2. A big reason why we haven't started working on legendaries, just straight up telling you, is because we want to ensure all of the elements that have been added at this time are properly balanced. We actually don't think it's where it needs to be. Now, we are absolutely enjoying how things are coming together, but there's still a bit of fine-tuning that you guys have even caught. You've been sharing it on the forums through your discussions, through your dissections, that we have to iron out before we add new content. Otherwise, we're just piling new content on imbalanced stuff, and that just makes more imbalanced stuff, honestly. It makes it harder to track and follow. So that has to be done first. Once we have all of these other elements like locked in place, ka-chunk, then legendaries will start seeing a beautiful approach into the game. Okay, so let's go ahead and cycle our ship. Let's see, we got a sentinel, we got a gunship, we got an interceptor, we have a... I feel like we need to give the stinger more love. I feel like we need to bounce over to a stinger. We haven't run a stinger in a while. I'm doing it. I hope that you're all okay with that. Also, let's sell our nemesis at the home base. I'm sure some of you guys didn't even know this was a possible thing. What? Yes? Yeah, when you are in your ship, whenever you're at the ship dealer, there's another button right here. I know it's so tiny, it's so devious. Look at us being rude. Oh my gosh. You can sell your ships, but we're not gonna show you. Look at how hard that is to see. Got him! Oh my goodness. There's, I've told this before, there's gonna be a couple more tweaks on the screen. But yeah, you can sell your ships straight up. Selling your ships is permanent. You won't be able to buy back ships you sold. Also install cargo, and cargo present in the ship will be placed in your home base storage. Nice little point, a note. All right, it's gone. Now we have more than enough funds that we didn't need, I don't care. And we're going to pick up this Hornet. There's a button on the bottom too. Hey, Shadowy, look, all right? We don't want to make things too easy for you. It's gotta be difficult. Speaking of which, let's talk about crafting. So there's a number of things to discuss here. Where to start? So I think the big thing is that, you know, whenever you're looking at something to make, you can now see exactly what it requires. Like, it lists the name and how much you have. This was something that you guys had requested. We kind of felt the same about it, so we said, screw it, let's plop it in there. Instead of it being on the side up here, now you can directly see it. So if you didn't have all the means to get something like these ones with these red indicators, it still shows you down below, like pure copper, we need it. We're 0 out of 2. So there's still those details for all of them. It's just been updated on all of them. Man, look at the requirements for some of these. Multi-phase propellant. Look at this stuff, nuts. But that's a pretty simple one. That's a basic one. You wanna see the cool stuff? You wanna see the cool stuff? All right, look. Look at this, right? We have this button right here that says track missing components. Yeah. So we can do that. And now it shows the gas receptor and multi-phase propellant. When we collect it, like if it's out there floating in the verse, we'll see it marked with that yellow symbol knowing, hey, you got the stuff to do the thing. Boom, straight up. I think it also highlights it them over. Whoops, you're not supposed to see the screen. I'm glad we haven't been adjusting that. But yeah, it also highlights here. So whenever you come here and you're like, man, I already forgot what it was, they're highlighted here for you. They're highlighted here. And if you wanted to go even deeper, you're like, oh man, I really need this multi-phase propellant that we were talking about earlier, and you need pure copper. Well, guess what? You can track its missing resources. Just stack it. Just stack it. You know, so now whenever you see pure copper out in the world, it's also going to be highlighted yellow. So you got this layer that says, hey, you need this. Hey, you need that. Guys, I'm not done. This was the simple part of this, okay? Tias has been hard at work. Compliments to Tias. And there's an even much greater, even cooler thing, okay? All right, I'm about to show it. Are you excited? I'm excited. I want to modify this autocannon. All right. So, you know, we have our crafting inventory that we can see here. We have some things that we need to collect that we already have. That doesn't really help us on this screen at all. But what if we want to install a catalyst, right? What? What? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. We don't have any of this catalyst. We don't have any of this. We don't have any of this. We don't even have this. We have one of these. We got symbols. We have symbols here. The green means, hey, you can craft this. You don't have one, but you can craft it. I want to add rapid to this autocannon. Look, it also shows me all the details. Let me get my big dumb face out of the way. Look at this. I'm hovering over these. It tells you what's going to change without even applying it. I could put this kinetic damage on right now because I have it. Or I could build this even though I don't have it. I don't have to navigate the crafting menu whatsoever. I don't have to go through, you know, I don't have to like be like, oh man, which of the components did I have to do? Oh my gosh, no, I need more resources first. I have to go to that place that, no, all of that is gone, okay? It's just straight up eliminated. I want my autocannon to have rapid. I haven't even built a rapid catalyst, but hey, I can just craft and install. We're done. We're done. The deed is done. Thank you. Good day. I can be on my way. I can go back and destroy things the way that it's meant to be. Oh, sweet destruction. Thank you, Tias, for these updates. There will still be a couple of more tweaks to this as well. So yeah, but just know this has been, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I know there's been several of you guys requesting this style of management regarding the crafting system, and I do feel like this is a fairly big change, especially for those of you who fully know how to commit to and utilize crafting. All of these changes have made it much more accessible for those who are uncomfortable looking at the screen, who get overwhelmed. Nay, I say to thee, it's just as simple as a click of a couple buttons and you can get right to where you need to go. I think the big winner here is when you go directly into modifying. You go, I mean, each one of these has the respective things, but then install Catalyst, it shows you your options. You can straight up do it, or look, there's even the track missing components right down here. So you don't even have to be like, I wanted the powerful, shoot, we'll just start tracking those missing components too. What the heck, why not? Like, super ease of convenience here. Just all around. There you go. Big request from you guys, something that we felt like really needed to happen, and we're incredibly pleased with these results. Cool! Neat! Fantastic! Less menuing is always good. Yeah, we agree. We completely agree. It's why we did it, in fact. All right. So now that we have our ship, let's go ahead and slap on some sexy colors. Ooh, I like that green. Base colonial style, it looks like. Always go the good old German colors. Let's go with green. I like the green. Neat. Can throw my crafting spreadsheet out the canopy. Hey, you know what? If you want, you can still supply that over to Grindel, like on our wiki Discord. So if you have like a bunch of things.
Combat appears inevitable.
Hive, I am talking.
What they wanted.
Adam, how rude. Goodness. But yeah, if you want to supply any like data that you've collected over to Grindel, like he's been doing a fantastic job making sure everything's well cataloged for the wiki to make it much more fast much more fast? You know what I'm saying? It's always great to update a wiki. And that thing's been coming along really well. And yeah. Hello, Moon. All right, we are going over to, let's do this one. The enemy drops mine, enemies slowly repair their hole, and 2 bosses. All right. Not blaming the ancient causing all of it. Yeah, you know what? Hive and Adam didn't have to say anything, Spoon Knight. All right, let's see. I see another follow-up questions. Will we be able to see items from home base and what we have on us? This is also something we've seen requested a number of times. I cannot guarantee that will be added in the future, but it is something that we're keeping tabs on, because it would be really nice. So do know that your request has been read. We hear you. Will you be able to see items in our, yeah, okay, that's the same thing, yep. Let's see. Will there be multiple endings or will the story be linear? Drive Live, the story is very much linear-based campaign. We have a particular way we want to develop the character, Adam, the clone, and his interactions that he has with others. But in how he goes about that, like, you know, you have complete freedom, of course, to navigate the stars as you will. So that is, I think that's the big takeaway here. The story, yes, it's much more in a linearized fashion, but the gameplay, it's open-ended. You know, you can go to places, do jobs, high-risk locations, do exploring, completing all the location challenges, you know, eventually, you know, the ancient rifts, other elements beyond that. You can do all of that to your liking, and of course, you can also do all of that according to what difficulty mode you're playing on. You know, so there's a lot of added effects there, a lot of layers, I suppose. But all in all, man. All right, hang on a second. Do I have a soundtrack from Everspace 2 that I could like pull up and just play? I have one from Everspace 1, but the freaking Twitch will block the music segment. Oh my gosh, we can't have that. The irony, using music from your own game, and Twitch is like, no, you can't do that, copyright infringement. Ah, man. All right, we're gonna roll with it. Guys, you know the drill when it comes to these streams. Sometimes you just get a little bit of wonky. That early access wonky, otherwise known as ew. Oh my goodness. I really don't want to get webbed.
Let's do this.
All right. I do see enemies slowly regenning, so here we kind of want to do as much AoE as possible, I feel like. Oh my gosh, Stinger, I missed you! Oh, hot damage output though. He just straight up died! I don't even know what happened, but I'm not gonna complain. Oh my gosh. Let's just get our third turret going. Oh, hello there. Oh my goodness, everything's coming together. Everything is coming together. Woo! Ouch! Careful there, careful there. Oh, he survived. Okay, we really need to address this sniper. No! Okay. Get over here. I like them much more when they're dead. Ooh! Oh, I see what's happening. The mines they're dropping. We're turning them against them. Oh my gosh. Oh, that feels great. Hans Christian, let's not change that. Oh, I love this. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, we got some double trouble though. Let's see how we finish this off. Don't get hit by missiles, don't get hit by missiles. Ah! Oh no! Ouch! Quick breather. Woo! That was a little intense. All right, round two. Let's get our energy recharged. Oh, please don't just insta-drop me. That would be really sad. Okay, one down. Oh, ouch! Too many mines. Gotta mine the mines. Oh, thank you for that armor. Oh, I really appreciate that, Void Swarm. You're my best friend. Ouch! That's so intense! Normally I'm like able to just casually look over at chat, see how you guys are doing. Like, hey, yeah, oh, it's good. It's all gravy. And today I'm like in super tryhard mode. Woo! Wow! Excuse me. Excuse me, thank you. All right. That felt like a solid win to me. Oh my goodness. Woo! Aren't these great? Oh man. I am so happy with how these mutators have been coming along. All right, let's see if we have rockets that we can actually use. So that's better than the ones we have. Changed my mind. Oh my gosh, everyone makes me happy. We're gonna stay with the corrosion, I think. We're gonna do some crazy corrosion. Let's see, just gonna plop this on over there. That feels good. What did we have? We had rapid on that one. Maybe we need to change that, I'm not sure. Whew! The music of guns is all we need. You know, sincerely, I really do appreciate you guys coming into the streams knowing that sometimes wonky stuff is gonna happen, like not having music. I could not have predicted that. And you guys know that. So my sincere apologies on us not having music during the course of these high-risk areas, because that it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. That can really get you going. It can really like add to the moment. It is what it is. You're getting a first look with where our development builds are, and you're gonna get weird. So so thank you for that understanding as we are able to show you all the cool stuff anyway. Ah, so good. Eric, don't be such a tryhard. Oh my goodness. Is the change to Alec not spawning in high risks finalized, set in stone? So yes, it is basically set in stone that Alec does not like standardly show up at high risk areas. Yes. Yes. It was the only time he was actually useful after Broken for Agent. I will also say that we are not done with the mutators as a means to completely not help you understand what else could possibly happening with a character like, say, Alec. But yeah, I digress. All right. Man, you can probably see it in my face, but the evolution of these mutators and the addition into Everspace 2's game space, I feel like this has made this so much more satisfying to complete these areas. Like, I feel like I deserve a beer or something. Like, I love it. I love it. And I really am excited for you guys to get your hands on this, you know, in the summer. But just it coming together the way that it is, man, it just sincerely makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. And, whew. And crafting! Don't want to leave out crafting, right? We're happy with those results too. Such subtle changes that make such a huge impact, you know? So I'm gonna dock here, I'm gonna save real quick. And then I'm gonna show you all of the added weapon sounds that we have at this time. So we're gonna go in here, we're gonna restock. Actually, let's just quick restock that. We're gonna save. Dismiss, then we're gonna load. Where's it at? Sound effects. Wonderful. Wonderful. Now, there's a lot here. So we're just gonna kind of like cut to the chase. I'm gonna be quiet, and actually the irony of this, now I wanna make sure the music doesn't go. We're also gonna kill the Atmo. Don't worry, your stream is still running. And now it's complete dead silence because I want you to hear these sounds, okay? So all of these weapons that you see in my cargo have been updated at this time. There's still more. And when I say more, I legitimately mean like every single weapon is getting revisited. Every single one. So a really quick eye is gonna notice that this is only five weapons. This is only 5 weapon types with some variants. Some variants, some variants. We want to have special sound effects for all the different variants. So let me just get right into it. Let me show you. So for anybody who's missed the pulse lasers, let's go. Here we go, pulse lasers. Here we go. Right, as of right now, these pulse laser sounds apply to all of the variants as well. But again, we would like to further distinct them across the board. So here we go. Last thing I need to point out before we get started. Oh my gosh, all these disclaimers. Somebody's like, fire the weapon already. Now, hang on. So, right now we are associating the sound effects within the tier of the weapon. But I want you to think about the sound effects just being a tier that could generate, if you will. You got what I'm saying? I hope you do. Here we go, pulse laser. This is rare now. Now we have superior. That's the pulse laser for now. Next, we have our beams. We have 3 variants for the beam laser, and we have 2 for the disintegrator. Starting with the standard beam laser. Here we go. You've heard that one 1,000 times, right? What about this? All right. But what about this? Furthermore, we have the disintegrator. The superior version. Excellent. Now we're going on to blasters. Lots of blasters. We have the standard blasters and Umbra taken care of at this point. This is the rare. A little sizzle at the end too. And then superior. Next up, we got Umbra. Trying to keep these in order. Oh my gosh. No gunship in hangar. I saw somebody. Yeah, it would have been nice to have a ship that has 3 weapon slots. Don't worry about that, okay? Let me do this. All right, Umbra. We've got rare. And we have superior. I really like that one. All right. You could probably tell. You probably tell. All right, we only have 2 for the coil gun. This one's kind of weird because this is actually the uncommon and common sound, and then this is the rare sound. So even though it's a superior coil gun, it hasn't actually been updated yet. So this is the uncommon common coil gun sound, which you're familiar with. And then we have the rare coil gun. Oh my goodness. Those subtle little differences. My goodness. All right, and last but not least, we've got all these auto cannons. Oh goodness. This is probably where my favorite sounds come out of the game, honestly. So here we go. Here we go. This is the uncommon and common auto cannon. Then we are going to cycle over. Oh goodness. Don't want to lose that. The rare. And then the superior. But it doesn't stop there, because those are different from the decimator. Decimator, uncommon and common. Somebody random is showing up to the stream like, what's happening? What's going on? New sounds. And this is just consider this wave 1. Here's the decimator. You've heard it. We got the rare. Who knew that we wanted clack with our DACA? And then finally, superior. Excellent. So, there you go. That's a slew of sounds, just a handful. What? Yeah, that's just a quick look at the sounds that we've adjusted as of right now. Oh my gosh, there's you mean, Eric, there's more? There's a lot more. There's a lot more. There's a lot more. Like we're legitimately doing this to every single weapon and every single variant. Ha! Gayro's got his work cut out for him though, because right now he's been working on some other audio stuff. I don't know if you guys know this, but Gayro is actually our sound wizard over at ROCKFISH. If you can hear it, he's probably produced it into the game space. We're talking everything between these weapon sounds to sounds like whenever you're unequipping, equipping things, when you're using a consumable, when you're firing your thrusters, when you're the characters speaking, he touches those, he edits those, anything that the music. Oh my gosh, he does everything that has a sound. This man is he's going crazy. He's nuts. He's absolutely nuts, and you absolutely need to say, "Hey, Gayro, you're doing a fantastic job," because I don't understand how he accomplishes everything. But it's amazing. Of course, everyone has their part to play. Like, you know, as we mentioned with crafting, Tias has been doing some insane work to cover all of these components. You know, like if we wanted to track missing components, boom. We kind of showed that earlier, but still, like, all of these little details coming together. Oh my goodness. Do you have any sounds from opening and closing a file cabinet? Why did I just read that? What? Whoa, you guys are silly sometimes. All right, so now let's go back to our stream save. But I hope you enjoyed that segment of every single freaking weapon sound. And hey, I'm also kind of spoilering something, but if you couldn't get enough of those sounds, we may or may not be highlighting all of those sounds I just showed very soon in another format. There you go. But anyway, let's see, what were we doing? Oh yeah, we're gonna go corrosion build with the stinger, because the stinger is fun. And get to it. I feel like corrosion is just, it's the way to go if your ship is colored green like this. You know? Like if you're doing a corrosion build and you're something like pink, doesn't make sense. Fix your ship, guys. Like, come on. But here, no, we are playing the part. We got this. Oh, I do need to turn the music back on. Not that it's gonna work or anything. Ugh. Here we go. Gayro's quite the wizard indeed, does really good all around. The amount of unique game-specific sound effects and music in this game and the quality it is for being indie is incredible. Yeah, no, sincerely, just big shout out to Gayro. He's been doing a very fine job. And he's even great too when we don't like his work. Like, so it's a fun little callback. If you guys remember a long time ago when we were highlighting Zarkov music, the super light music, I went into it and you heard the track that we weren't going to use. Gayro really liked that track, that super light track, but we didn't. We felt like it needed to be adjusted. And so we cycled to another one. He was like, all right, that's fine. I'll do it again. I'll do it over. And he did it. No problem. No complaints. So sincerely, the guy is a wizard. It's wonderful. All right. Let's get in here. We have over-leveled, oh boy, heal on kill and strength and death. So as a reminder for those of you who don't know what those mean, over-level means there can be anywhere between 1 to 3 levels higher. We have heal on kill, which is exactly that. When one of them dies, the other ones all get healed up. And strength and death means they get more speed, armor, shields, and hull. The total, it just keeps going up. So the fact they're going to keep going up, and the fact that they're going to have, it's going to be, oh yeah, look at them healing as I'm spreading the love around through all this corrosion, through all of these. This is gonna get real tricky real quick. I have a feeling.
Ding.
We're doing pretty good on our kills though. Whoop! Here we go. Not a sniper drone, no, go away! So if this is like the first time you're seeing any of our new revamped high-risk locations, there's also a number of other things that were modified in this space. Oh, no. Including but not limited to the fact that we now are invoking the enemies in waves. So as you're fighting, not all the enemies are present right out of the gate. Instead, you are getting a grouping of enemies that once defeated, another grouping of enemies is called. That once defeated, another group of enemies is called, and you have to increase this boss spawn counter up here. And once that boss spawn counter reaches the top, the boss comes in, as you would probably expect. All right, good. Let's focus on the scout. I think that's enough to kill him. Woo! Nice. I was really hoping there was an asteroid out here, but this will have to do. Using my splash damage to take out all those drones. Uh-oh. No! All right. We're all right. About had a moment. That almost went sideways really fast. You know, it's nice that you can do this and you can pull yourself around, but when you're swarmed by enemies, sometimes that kunai can target an enemy when you don't want it to. And Energized Boost can be the boost that you need. Hang out in here. Oh, come on. Yes! The one cycle. Oh, that feels good. It's still possible. You can still do it. Just got to bring all those elements together, that's all. Wait, where's my loot? Did I mention this is still work in progress? Whoo! Oh my goodness. Imagine, if you will, if we would work on these little things and then just like send you guys an update and be like, here, have fun, and then you can't have fun. This is why we have production deadlines and we submit new builds to you all every about 3 months. Whew, all right. This is fine. Oh my gosh. So, a lot of content coming just from these little tweaks and adjustments and additions. Oh my gosh, these modifiers proven to be rather delightful, in my opinion, I suppose. But crafting still pretty transformative. Being able to see these components. There's also another indicator. It's yellow if you don't have everything, as opposed to, wait, so how does that work? I can't remember. TS could explain it. Let's see if I can find one that's yellow. No, I'm not finding one. Oh, can't. Regardless, there's a lot of improvements that have been done there so that you can cut straight to the chase if you want to build a catalyst. I've mentioned it multiple times because I really want to make sure that everybody watching this, whether it was at the start of the stream or the midstream, you know that we have made this addition. It's so important. It is imperative, I would argue, to dealing with the crafting system. So, we've been in Cedo for a while. Let's go somewhere else. Let's change up the scenery. Time limit, not fast enough, no loot. Flory, it's funny you should say that. Anyway, All right. Oh, shoot. I've been missing some conversations though on YouTube. Sorry about that, YouTube. Let me make sure all is well and fine and dandy in the land of YouTubes. You really like the super light shown before we change? Yeah, I mean, it's going to come down to like internal questioning and preferences and stuff like that, and what we felt is going to be the best for honoring the game space, like music and sound, like game development, right? Music and sound is so imperative to be bound to the experience you're having. If you don't have the right music based on what is happening on your screen, it can feel off, it can feel weird, it can feel bad. And the prior music, like, I don't think anybody on the team was like, oh yeah, this music sucks. Like, that's not what happened with the initial Zarkov music. But I think it was more like, it doesn't vibe as well with our initial vision of what Zarkov is supposed to express. That was kind of wordy, but we want it to make, like, it has to be thematically sound.
That is amazing.
With what's being created.
So far as a recently evolved primate mind can experience it, I suppose.
And that's ultimately why it was changed. Why aren't there still any AOE weapons in Everspace 2 like the neutron cannon from Everspace 1? Because honestly, it gets kind of frustrating and boring to take on so many enemies with conventional weapons. So, I mean, there's a number of ways to make your weapons gain that splash, which we're actually currently using, right? Crit happens, it makes any weapon have splash damage. But furthermore, there's the flat cannon, which is very alive and well. Penumbra is sad that you forgot about it. And, you know, it being used in combination with Umbra, the blaster, it can dish out some serious damage. It can dish out some serious damage. But then there's also other AOE effects from devices, right? That we've been using most of the stream, I think. You know, the EMP generator, Annihilator virus. Annihilator virus is a little less area of effect and more multi-target. There is a difference there, I promise. But regardless, if you want to have like a very explosive area of effects style of play, very possible to do so, even with just the currently implemented weapons. With just the currently implemented weapons. Excellent. We're going to take out these guys, then we're going to probably go looking for some signal decoders and see what we randomly generate. I do recognize that I have not told you what all of the different mutators are. At least I think I haven't. But I don't want to. Because there's still a lot in the air for that side of things. Things could change. They're not quite ready to all share. But we'll see what we randomly get. If we randomly get one. I want that elite. Such a tease, yeah. Yeah, it's almost like these streams have turned me into a tease regarding our development. In a lot of cases, they kind of have, but, you know. I like giving you guys the deets. Like, let's be honest. Signal decoder? Yeah! Awesome! Whoop! Whoopsies. Nah, we're just gonna leave him alone. He should die. 3, 2, 1. Oh wait, upside down. No! Horizon indicator, why are you bouncing around? You're supposed to help me here. It's fine, we're leaving. I think I was rotated funny, and so my horizon indicator lied to me. Okay, oh, we have to, we have to activate it first. And this one, enemies are resistant to EMP and GMB reinforcements on site. there's some irony there being so close to the Vesna mining colony, but I'll allow it. It's great. We'll take it. But also this music. All right, we're gonna head into the high-risk area. How does one create sounds for such a game? So many different ways. There's so many different tools. I don't know if you understand the depth of the question that you've just asked. But lots of different ways. Let's see. Hey! Hey, I'll take it. We got music. Oh my gosh, maybe it's just Cedo that's bugged. How many types of weapons are there now? Like 10? There are 10 weapons, yes. 10 primaries and 11 secondaries, it looks like. Base primary weapons and base secondaries. I should clarify that. Because, like, there's only the pulse laser here, right? But there's also the Jaeger. There's also the synchro pulse. You know, so... yeah. Yep. Cool. All right, look, G&B's here. We got the elite company, in fact. Pulling fire away from us, kind of like an Elec, if you will. Ow. Oh, that sniper. That sniper. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, I don't want to grab a person. No. Oh, gosh. Thank you. Oh, my gosh. That was nasty. All right, let's try that again. Woo. Even with the G&B here, that was... oh, crap, I just ticked off G&B. Oh, gosh. Guys, listen. When you have allies in the area and you're using area of effect attacks, whew, all right, should have saw that one coming. Here we go. It's fine. Now it's lore accurate with the with the elite GMB over here attacking inside of this place. Oh gosh. Oh, what have we done? Oh, we can clear out a lot of these drones. I suppose I should leave the GM because they're still pulling fire, huh? Eh. I'm using EMP. I don't have EMP. Oh my gosh, guys, look at me. Look at me. Quick adjustment. Cycle to energize boost. Ow. Good adjustment. All right. Oh, didn't pull him far enough. Ow! Just gonna get close enough to virus you and then go away. All right. Double kill? Yeah! All right. Wonderful. some healthy corrosion damage out there. That's nice. So that should do the trick. Look at that. Okay. I just casually looked over and I saw somebody with a mutator suggestion. I will fully admit that I didn't read all of it because I'm real busy at the moment. But just a reminder that if you guys, you know, if you're sharing mutator ideas in the chat, I mean, you're free to do so. But keep in mind, like, we might not catalog all of them if you're saying them in this chat, as opposed to if you were to post them on the forums with a slew of ideas. Like, that's a surefire way of getting us to read them. But I could very well, shortly after the stream, go pick up my daughter from school, get back, and have completely forgotten about what you may or may not have written pertaining to suggestions of that nature. Whoop. Oh, that felt good. Oh, double kill. I feel like this is one of the most standard high-risk areas that you guys have seen yet since we attacked G&B, and no EMP, we're not really using EMP anymore. So it's not affecting us too much. I'm a good driver, I promise. Oh, come on. Oh, we missed it. Oh, we got it. We got it. Beautiful. Yeah, no loot's generating anymore. Don't worry, guys. That'll be fixed. Oh, my goodness. Woo. Post in the Discord too. Look, I love you guys. You are a fantastic community. You want to have these discussions. You have all these ideas. It's great. It's beautiful, in fact. But keep in mind, the best place for your items to be appropriately cataloged and never forgotten are those forums. You post in the Discord, I cannot guarantee that we'll have Reddit, or we could even do anything about it because we might not have the knowledge of it. Discord can get buried pretty fast. So sincerely, utilize those forums. Utilize those forums. All right, let me just double check and double down on any more questions, any other statements, and then we'll keep on going. But yeah, lots of stuff today, yeah? Goodness. I feel like every week we have a ton more to show and talk about. It's nuts. Our team is just flying through this thing. Okay, see some discussion about the flak, about alt AOE. Yep, absolutely. The bomber and the striker alt AOEs are pretty significant. And Stinger too. Let's see. Questions. Okay. I don't think we've missed anything. I'm also hey Michael, are you around? I got a question for you over on YouTube. If you are. Otherwise, yeah, let's get back into things. So, I don't think we got any loot there at all, which sucks, but that's fine. That'll be fixed. This is dev build, wonky dev build. And what I'm gonna do next, we're gonna kind of maybe like set up shop somewhere, save, you know, Devana gas orbit's pretty. We're gonna head over there, park our ship, and then I think we can transition over to some screenshots. We talk about some other things. And for anybody who's late diving in, we can of course quickly recap anything that you may have missed. But yeah, long story short, we covered all of the new weapon sound effects that have been applied at this point in time, but we are still doing more. We also covered mutators, more mutators, showed more of those, talked about more of those. And the crafting, we are adding more quality of life features to being able to craft. Just straight up finding what you need and making what you want. Making that so much more accessible. There's a lot on that front. We're pretty happy with the results thus far. Based on when I was showcasing it, it seemed like you guys very much liked it too. So I'm happy to see that. Happy to see that you guys are liking where we're moving on that front. Always good affirmation. But yeah. Cool. So we're gonna go ahead and save here. Wonderful. So while we're hanging out in this hangar, any other questions? Premium Michael Selects. I didn't get a new batch of Michael Selects yet. I'm sure Michael's been rather busy and handling lots of different things. He's a very busy man. So when we are blessed with Michael Selects, we will prioritize that, plop them in, and we will showcase the beautiful work that is. But unfortunately, we do not at this time have a batch of Michael Selects. Full faith in ROCKFISH to develop a fun game. That's appreciated. The only Kickstarter I backed, I have such faith in. Wow. Wow. Well, thank you. It's always nice to know if a person's backed our product or not. Thank you for the support and giving us life to do this. Oh my gosh. The Kickstarter is like, it's helping us so much reach the next level of our vision. It's absurd. You know, I know that it's been kind of a wild ride through development, right? We've had a couple of delays, you know, some of which were kind of expected, you know, COVID, some of which were, you know, maybe a little unexpected. But through our communication and your guys' understanding, wow, just huge thank you to all of you, honestly. Like, getting on the forums, telling us like it is, getting in the Discord, having exchanges, both fun, both sincere, both, even like, sometimes a little crazy, a little spicy, but you guys don't hold back, and you know, that's really healthy, that's really good, and I'm glad that we can be on that level with you and doing these community streams. The whole reason why we do these streams is because we want to have this very direct line of communication with all of you. And you guys utilize it well, so thank you. I would have cried myself to tears every night if like I'd do these streams and be like, hey guys, check it out, my name's Eric Schrader, ROCKFISH Game, blah. And then like the chat's just full of a bunch of trolls and sideliners and whiners and beggars, and that would have been awful. But no, you guys have cultivated a very powerful space here, and man, I'm just pouring my heart out to y'all because you're freaking amazing. So sincerely, thank you all for being here, and your encouragement and your suggestions, your ideas, your criticisms. Praise for your criticisms, so important through an early access process. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So, but we're still working on a lot more content. There's still so much more to come. Oh, what? It's nuts. There's still another full cycle for well, actually, I guess it's technically less than a year now. Woo! For the game to come out. That's still a lot more stuff. Oh my gosh. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Uploading fan art screenshots, is that on a specific Discord channel? Yeah, there's a screenshot channel on the Discord which I directly pull from. There's a screenshot channel I directly pull from. And it's also where we cataloged like our galactic photographers, stuff like that. And you can see them highlighted with the Discord role. They show up purple. And if you ever want a chance to get that, all you have to do is take your screenshots. If you've like posted them on Steam, right? You have your screenshots there. You can basically directly pull those over and drop them in. Though we do really appreciate the high resolution screenshots that Unreal provides. Those look chef's kiss. But yeah, no, we mainly pull from the Discord on that front. But Michael, he actually, whenever he does his Michael selects, I believe he pulls from Steam. I said that in a very unsure manner, but pretty confident that's where he does it. Changing it from unsure to completely confident. Wanted to back too, but you were too late. Oh man. Yeah, gosh, we extended the backing time after the Kickstarter concluded to like as long as we possibly could within the legal arrangements that were made. Michael says, yeah, pulling fan shots from both Discord and Steam. So there you go. Yep. Fish Labs equals Rockfish or not. So there's a story there to be had. I wish that I could just like pop open the, there's a really strong link that has Michael's journey. And I say Michael because he's the CEO of ROCKFISH Games, present in the chat with us almost every single stream, kind of a big deal. But yeah, he was like the head man in charge over at Fish Labs for a time. Galaxy on Fire 1, Galaxy on Fire 2, his baby, if you will, with a dedicated team, including several members of our team now. But after Galaxy on Fire 2 and the DLCs, there was some stuff that went down. I'm giving you the incredibly short version. And then he bounced out, decided, I want to go PC console, rejoined with several of his comrades who really established what Galaxy on Fire was. And then said, let's do something kind of similar, but so much more powerful using PCs and consoles. And Everspace was born! And more people started flocking to the company. Like myself, I was not a part of Fish Labs. I was actually a backer of Everspace 1, and I just loved on the game so much, I splurged on the forums. We have an assortment of other individuals that have since joined up with us, valuable contacts, stuff of that nature. It's honestly an incredibly long story, and even though I've talked about it, I've been talking for like the last couple of minutes on it, I've given you an incredibly short format. But yeah. So if you're a big fan of like Galaxy on Fire 1 and 2, I think that you're going to find a lot of value out of Everspace 2. And don't take my word for it, there's a lot of individuals here that also speak to that. More so than myself even, in some cases. All right, so answered a couple of questions there. And now it's time to bounce out. And we are going to go to screenshots. We're gonna have some fun. To the screenshots that I specifically chose. Sorry, it wasn't Michael. It's just me, my paltry screenshotting. What I like to do whenever I grab screenshots, by the way, just so you are all aware. What I like to do is, first off, I like to transition so we can get over to the screenshots. But what I like to do in particular is grab a little bit of everything from you guys. Like if a lot of the community has given it a thumbs up, I like to choose those shots. And I also like to give newcomers, like if it's like the first time you've been posting screenshots, sometimes I'll just grab one so that everyone knows, hey, look, this person has also provided some screenshots. So we get a mix of all types, a mix of all things. So that is what we are moving into right the heck now. Yay, it's all present on the screen. Oh, and that button went off, perfect. So yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna like move through, all of these were specifically pulled from Discord, again, by yours truly, just to highlight some stuff that you guys have been up to. So I got a number of shots from J Bunny, who seems to be really cracking into the game. And yeah, and I really like this gunship style, that the red, black, and white, I mean, it's a tried and true color combination. I was really partial to that, but then I also just like the contrast of the orange and the blue and, fighting the enemy. You can feel like you're playing the game in this shot. And that I appreciate. Sometimes shots get like overly complicated and cinematic, which isn't bad, it can be awesome. But sometimes it's refreshing just to see a screenshot and realize, oh yeah, no, that's exactly what could be happening in the game space because it's so real. Like I can picture myself playing the gunship in this exact state. Really good. So, oh, Michael, I just saw that you responded with an incredibly short, concise summary of the fish labs to rockfish. Thank you for that. Awesome stuff. I'll read that aloud for anybody on Twitch who doesn't know, who can't read the YouTube chat. He says, inside, we funded and ran Fish Labs for about 10 years and also made Galaxy on Fire 1 and 2 plus DLCs, and then had to move on and reboot as Rockfish Games together with our veteran team. So there you go. Excellent. This shot, yeah, Jay Bunny, nice shot. I like it. I really like the colors on your ship. Next up, we've got Crispy Muffin, which I chose a number from, actually. This one is probably like the softest one. And for me, when I'm looking at some of your screenshots, maybe it's because I'm incredibly busy and crazy at times, I'm not sure. It's nice to just get a scene to stare off into the blue with. It's almost calming in some way, shape, or form. And just having these more scenic shots, just like, you know, over the side of this outlaw drone carrier, while generally can be a fierce target, there's something pleasant about it just casually perusing outer space. There's not even anything to really have to deal with. It's pleasant. So thank you for that shot, Crispy Muffin. I like it. I dig it. Yeah, Bearded Frog referring to the article. Yeah, it's the one that I should really have that document on hand and just like plop it when people ask, but alas, here we are. Anyway, Kazaa. For those of you who don't know Kazaa, I feel like he's started getting a name for himself. Like you say Kazaa and you know who exactly we're talking about. But he always takes a lot of dynamic screenshots and scenics and stuff like that. And this one stood out to me. It's another one of those like sort of calm before the storm shots. I really liked his scout in this shot. You know, we're utilizing the new parts that like literally just came out from the spring update. And he's rocking it. I love the glow from the emissives. And just the way that he uses the bordering of the asteroid, kind of like pinpoint, hey, here's the scout, while you're also seeing this scene, while dark and void, be in some way, shape, or form lightly illuminated and telling a story. I'm also really curious what that orange light is. It makes me wonder if there's somebody else who's here. Ah! We got one from BW Lambert, another gunship gang. I love the traveling shots that you guys tend to take where you're venturing towards or skirting around planets or planetoids. Just you get a glimpse of what it's like just being out here, existing, traveling. Good. Feels good. Next up, we've got Dark Chaos, who provides a series of these widescreen environmental shots. He's normally, he's taking shots specifically of like unique systems. In fact, the more I'm looking at this, I feel like maybe I've even shown this before, but he recently posted it into the Discord. This might have been a Michael Select. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, it's very expressive of the environment. You know, you can hands down see what something you're going to experience in Everspace, right? Like something that is going to be what you're engaging with, what you're able to navigate around, and just one of these mini environments that you can experience. And I think the positioning of the planets helps a lot too. The rings are, you know, rings planets are beautiful. And everybody loves ring planets. You see them, you're like, ooh, this just happens. Comes together really well. I dig it. Great work on that front. Very, very nice. Seeing some discussion about the gunship, I see, maybe? All right. Been trying to get into the scenic stuff as well, says Crispy Muffin, which is, you know, we're highlighting some screenshots from him today. Really makes me appreciate the art put into this game. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, that goes, goodness gravy. Some of the quality, the detail work in this game, some spots, like, I'll just be cruising along and like experimenting with stuff that's like, you got placeholder stuff all over the place. I said that correctly. And it's like, even some of our placeholder stuff looks really dang good. What? There's no reason this should look that good. But it's fun. I'm really looking forward to you guys seeing what else Matthias has in store for you regarding the ship parts. All right, let's move on. We got another one from Jay Bunny. I specifically chose this one to highlight this ship. In fact, when I chose this one, I was thinking I would just love it if you guys, you don't even have to make like a super fancy shot or anything. I don't care. I just want to know what your ship looks like. Particularly ones that you've stylized. I know that this is also a default color, but still, like, I think it would be really fun to just see what you're flying. What is your go-to style? I don't need to see your build. I don't need to see your devices. I don't need to see your passives. I don't need to see your equipment itself. None of that. I just want to see what your ship friggin' looks like. What are you having fun flying around GameSpace? That could be a lot of fun to catalog and highlight. I could even make it a little separate thing. Like, this is what Spoot Knight's currently running, because it's actually something Spoot Knight does. But yeah, just wanted to highlight that ship. It's a clean looking ship. It's a great looking ship. Nice. We got another one from BW Lambert. This is highlighting the Okar Protector, the Okar Prime Protector. Woo! In the nebula, coming out of the blue. I kind of did a double take on this because the first time I looked at it, I thought like this was the front of the ship, like over here. Can you see my mouse? Is that, I can't, I don't know if you can. I thought this was like the engine, like where the cockpit is. I thought that was more like the engine, even though that's not the cockpit. That's more, this is the cockpit. What am I saying? That's the weapon. I turned it around in my brain and I thought it was like a different ship that wasn't supposed to be in the game yet or something. And that's what I honestly like appealed to me on this front. I just love it. I just love it. It's a really pleasant shot. Makes you appreciate the components of ships a little bit more. Really good stuff. I see it too. Good. I want you to never unsee it. So then when an Okar Prime Protector is flying at you, you're like, that ship's flying backwards and sideways. Oh gosh. I hope that doesn't happen, honestly. Okay, this one comes from the Chemical Bro, and wow, the contrast. What? So we've gone from, you know, several of these shots that have just been, you know, very casual, very constructed, but simple in their approach. And then you get freaking the Chemical Bro, who I think either does photography professionally or just really freaking stinking loves photography. Really freaking stinking. That's right, that's what I said. And just goes ham on this stuff. Great shot. It's perfect. It's fantastic. 10 out of 10. I love it. I love the shot. Like, I love how you're seeing the ship flying down into the station. I love how you see all the detail work at the station. You can even freaking make out all of these little components here and the advertisements shining off in the background. Just so, it comes together so well. The Chemical Bro, it's wonderful. There's a reason he is a galactic photographer. And he doesn't stop. He's been posting his shots for months. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Can't see it on the map, but Earth does exist. Yeah, it's so this, are we cracking into lore stuff? Oh gosh. Hang on a second. Let's move to Crispy Muffin's shot in the cockpit interior. And just highlight how he's getting those details. It's just, I love this. What a nice little detail shot. So many people, I think, forget that you can take shots within the cockpit. You just have to fly into it using the camera. That's clever macro shot. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. But, hang on a second. There we go. Let's see. Lore-wise, when it comes to Earth, I mean, Earth definitely exists a long ways away. Basically, the Colonials were the first earthen travelers long before the Okar colonial conflict, actually. When I say long before, I mean like several, it might be 100 years, a couple hundred years. A couple hundred years is more accurate. And we saw the rise of what was meant to be colonization in what's now known as the DMZ. It's mainly called the Beltigrades, Cluster 34. And dang it, T3 Cube, why? Ah! So T3 Cube found a way to break the game, and we fixed it, but he continues to use his old save file and keeps having fun with it. He made the gunship a gunship. So thank you for that. Next, moving on. Goodness. Chemical Bro again. Let's stare at this while I talk about lore for a second. But basically, yeah, lots of travelers over from Earth, lots of humans, started getting to know other alien races, not just the ones that you know in the game, but there's more out there. And yeah, when they were starting to poke and prod about, they saw these mining fields and they're like, oh man, this is delicious. Let's go grab these. And the Okar were like, what? This is our territory. You can't be here. And we're like, yes, we can. We've got super powered weapons. And they met the Okar's super powered weapons, not really expecting a full-blown war across the entire Beltigrade cluster. And results, of course, was a truce. It's why the treaties now exist, why Colonials have a side and the Okar have a side, and the DMZ has been made into sort of a protected by the Okar but can be utilized by the remains of the Colonials as a sort of agreement for the moment. Anyway, there you go. But also Chemical Bro, again, thank you so much for gracing us with your wonderful shots. Getting ready to launch, it looks like. This is definitely a shot in Union. It's that place on the west side of Union, on the left side. I can't remember what it's called. Oh gosh, it's not Ares Relay Station. I can't remember. But a great shot. And then this one, we got more like that environmental feel, right? From Crispy Muffin, who's been exploring more environmental shots. And I think that you did a really good job here, honestly. I love it when there's a lot of little details that you have to like revisit and look at in order to truly understand something else is going on. For here, you know, while, I mean, we could nitpick this too, but I love how you have this debris. It's almost telling a story with how dusty, how dirty this nebula is. You've got these rocks protruding through these clouds. You can even see that there's resources on them. But this line, like where your ship, where your, what is that? That's a, what is that? That's not an interceptor, is it? Is that an interceptor? Shoot. I can't even tell what ship that is. I think it's an interceptor. You know, coming out from this corner, I think it comes together really well. Is that an outlaw? That's an outlaw. That's an outlaw? No, that's not. What? Why is this so, this hurts my brain. What is that? What ship is this? Is that a Vant? No. Oh my gosh. Whatever the heck that ship is. Unlocked secret ship. Confirmed. Yeah, I love how it's approaching this field. It's seeking new discoveries. Maybe it's gonna see that debris field. Maybe it's gonna see what's along this, you know, this site. I don't know. It comes together really well. I dig it. It's a very thoughtful approach, very scenic. And then we have, wow, Excel. Excel using something to heighten the colors. I'm not sure if this was an effect of like a graphics card sort of thing going on, because I know I've seen a couple of screenshots where things are way hotter than they're supposed to be. This wasn't the screenshot channel, so I'm going to assume that you did not doctor this. If you did, shame on you. How dare I highlight this? Because I have a separate showcase for screenshots versus fan art. Fan art is doctored up. Screenshots generally are not. But regardless, Excel, I love this. This is a very moving piece. Oh, it gets me fired up, ready to dive into the game experience. Very nice. Very nice. And we have a couple more from Excel, in fact. I love this close-up shot with his striker. Firing all the shots. Love the way that the light is affecting everything here, honestly. A lot of detail, a lot of like the cast shadows. The what's it called? The technical terms are going out the window right now in my brain, okay? I'm just like looking at this shot going, that's a nice shot. That's great. That's a great looking shot. So well done on that front, Excel. And then we have another one. Again, we got 3 back-to-back Excel shots. We got this one, the Stinger, while also using kunai. So it almost looks like he's firing 3 beam lasers and then a 4th beam laser of a different color, but no, it's kunai. Really love how that comes across. We have had a couple other people take this shot as well, but I mean, every time I'm just like, I love it. It's so good. It's so good. Very nice shot. The stuff I record in HDR in this game does look pretty deep fried. Oh yeah, no, there is like some sort of interaction with HDR that can leave the color palette a little strange. That's probably something that's happening. Oh, I missed a question from Bill Farson, it looks like. How do they come up with cool names for the game? I mean, Grady and Brunt sounds too cool. I think you have to give a lot of credit to Uwe, who's our creative director on that front. He works with several key individuals with coming up certain naming conventions and bringing it all together to have, like, there's a lot of theming that comes into place with how everything gets named. This next shot, by the way, comes from Crispy Muffin again. Oh my gosh, look at this. You can just look at this while I'm explaining naming conventions. But yeah, so he how to explain Uwe? Just a massive wealth of knowledge from so many different things, cultures, history, like, oh, Michael just put, okay, yeah, okay, so let me just read this out loud. Michael says, kudos to Uwe, our creative director. He's like the human Wikipedia of human history, all sorts of mythologies, religion, pop culture, and also a full-blown architect with a classic design degree. Yeah, so there we go. But yeah, and then we also, you know, we have like story writers that we'll work with, mission designers, community managers, that also help out with certain naming conventions and descriptions and, you know, all of that stuff. We bring it all together. We want to make sure that the lore is well established, it feels right, and it sounds cool too. You know, like Grady and Brunt prospects. It's meant to have that like Wayland Yutani vibe, you know, where you can tell that it's almost like this pompous, industrialized machine that is maybe also exploited or corrupted. And that's how we approach, like we want that to be something very transparent, even when it comes down to just how things are named. This next one comes from Kazaa. I don't like to highlight a lot of vertical shots because you don't get to see all that beautiful space being filled, but this one was an exception. I do like the way the color palette uses. I'm always a sucker for that symmetry. It does get me every time. This feels like something I would put as a wallpaper for my phone, and I just wanted to share it with you all. Just super clean. It's not even trying to be something it's not. It's just, hey, I'm a spaceship flying at the sun over an asteroid, and there's a bunch of asteroids behind it. Also, look at this beautiful nebula with multiple colors. It's great. It's fantastic. And finally, we got this last one from Kazaa. I wanted to leave this with you all to confuse you because there's almost too much going on. Mixing things up. Weren't expecting that one, were ya? Looks like a movie poster. Yeah, the last one in particular. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, we have a number of guys who have authentically made movie posters out of just taking screenshots from the game. It's in the fan art section especially. It's really, really cool. Oh my goodness. But yeah, anyway, guys, that concludes this segment on screenshots and everything that you've done. Casual reminder that if you don't read all the things on the scrolling marquee, I actually adjust that. I go out of my way and come up with something silly, fun, creative, maybe a tease or two that I plug in there. So while we're always, answering questions, we're highlighting the community on these front, definitely make sure you're poking about that scrolling marquee, because sometimes there might be a thing or two that gives you some insight. It's fun. It's great. But don't worry, Michael, I'm not revealing anything. I just have fun with it. Anyway, guys, you have been awesome. Per usual, I've given you my praise. You heard it all laid out sincerely. It is amazing. I have been Eric Schrader, your community ambassador for Rockfish Games. Don't stop being awesome. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'm sure that we will catch you next stream. For those of you guys who really like planning things out, know that not this next stream, but the stream after that, I think that's how math works. Yeah, the stream after next week, we are going to take a bye week. So I will not be present. I'm going to be out with my family, so we will not be streaming that week. But next week, we'll still have a little bit more to show. I'm confident of that. And yeah. All right, that's it. That's all we got. Toodles! Hey, hi. Oh my goodness. Oh, I just, you know what, guys? There's something to talk about. First off, wish listing us is amazing. It actually goes a huge distance. But something that I've never talked about really is leaving a review. If you haven't left a review of Everspace 2, or shoot, Everspace 1, it's in your catalog, you haven't left one, take some time, write up a little thing and say, hey, this is why I enjoy this game and others should too. That is also a really massive thing that helps us out and helps other people see what we're offering. All right? It's just really pleasant, really simple communitying that you can do your part, and it doesn't even take that long. In fact, I went through and I wrote several reviews for games that I enjoy, all within 10 minutes the other day. 3 games, just to give those titles a little bit more praise and let the developers know that I love them. So if you are loving on us, or I don't know, maybe you're not, leave a review. It really does help. It's pretty huge. And otherwise, if you've got some feedback and suggestions and all of those types of things, leave them in the forums. That's also massive. All those sort of interactions, it's great. And also, if you don't own Everspace 2 yet, in the early access phase, when it transforms into that full-blown 1.0 release, know that the cost will in fact go up. So if you do wish list us and you see it go on sale, that is a prime time to purchase if you're low on funds and you want the best bang for your buck. Otherwise, you can wait until 1.0 release and pay that full price. It's great. However you want to do it. I'm just giving you the information because I love you. So I will now leave you all. Don't stop being awesome. Toodles, have a good weekend. Oops, I dropped my water. Shoot, we need a raid. Who do we raid? Who we raiding? Ah! My excuse here is that Will usually does this for me. All right, we're actually gonna raid Corman. Yeah, we're gonna raid Corbin. He is playing Starlink Battle for Atlas. And yeah, you guys should have a good time with him. He's a great dude. There we go. All right, see you later. Have fun with Corbin.